It's been a while since my last update, so I figured I'd record some of what I've gotten done. Got in the windows. The way I did that was by using this template, and just tracing them out, and then I cut them from the outside, so that way it would also cut through this layer. I got wood. Yeah, I finished the walls now too. I used quarter inch plywood, and I just glued it. There's like Loctite Peel Max on where it's wood on wood, and then I used foam safe. It's like XPS safe glue, because I think most glues have adhesives that will melt it. But that's and then all of this is fabric, because I figured that's cheaper and lighter than plywood. So I put fabric where the cabinets are gonna be. And then secured that with 3M78 spray. Again, another XPS safe adhesive, because XPS can be kind of temperamental. Difficult to glue things to. I got most of the in-ceiling wiring, which is just lights and cameras. That's it. I'm still missing, like, there's a dead end, there's dead end, there's dead end. The cameras have splitters at each point, so I can have a screen right here on my floor to ceiling cabinet, and then I can also run them grouped up together, drill a hole down there, and then run them out the bottom right here. And then there's a little cubby right here, like a cubby kind of area, so I might put, like, just have like some kind of box of some sort to house those when I'm not using them. I don't know if I showed this in a previous video, but I got this thing so that way I'm not cranking the jack every time I want to move the trailer. This has saved me a lot of time. Let's see. Yeah, I got the wiring. I used those aren't Wagos. Those are called Chingos. They're just a cheaper Chinese version. They're not UL listed, so I only trust these up to 5 amps, which is why, like, I'm like the lighting total, like, of all the ceiling lights from the garage to the front is 3.5 amps, and then the maximum amperage for this fan is supposed to be around 4.5. So I trust these enough for that. And I'll use Wagos for anything nicer. Genesis 18 gauge wire. Got it from ADI because it was way cheaper than Home Depot. I'm still making mistakes. And like in the previous video, I had a shower head mount. I got rid of that. I figured I could figure something else out that makes it, because I wanted it to be easy to put these walls in and not have to, like, cut weird shapes out and do weird stuff. Like I said, this is all just glued to the walls. This is all just glued to that second layer of XPS. I never had a video showing the second layer of XPS, but, like, all behind these walls is more of this tape, which should help create a vapor barrier. I mean, every single crack and crevice. In the ceiling, I haven't finished the vapor barrier. I need to do that today before I put up the ceiling tomorrow. But yeah, every single crack and crevice that I could get to, like, there's little ones like this, but I figured a partial vapor barrier is better than none at all. And even, like, around here, and I'm gonna paint these to color match the fabric, so that way when these are at the back of the cabinet, you won't be able to see the tape, you won't be able to see the wood grain. It'll all just be like a navy blue backing, and it'll be dark back there, so you won't be able to, like, see little stuff like this. I mean, this is like, this is probably gonna be like cereal boxes and stuff like right here covering this up no matter what. So yeah, you can see through the fabric where my cabinet, my floor to ceiling cabinet tie-ins are, or mounts, or whatever you want to call them. I got my windows in. I did make a pretty significant mistake with the windows. You'll notice that around the edge you can see inside the walls. I don't know how well that's able to focus. And it's like bowing really bad. Like right here, you can really, I don't know if you can see that on camera. Maybe up here. I also need to sand off. I'm not sure what happened here. I think I had stuff on my fingers when I was installing this, because it's kind of everywhere, all over the wood. Like there's just little finger marks, like with, I don't know what I had. It might just be oil. Like finger, I don't know. But, oh, and I messed up this right here. I'll fill that in with like putty or something, sand it down, make it look fine. All the cracks like this are gonna be covered with trim, so I'm not too worried. And like this is about 2 finger widths, but at the bottom it's not. That's because this door, I didn't realize until when I was putting, or not when I was putting the wall panels up, but when I was measuring to put the wall panels in, the entire door is tilted forwards. Yeah, so like nothing's plumb, but okay, I got distracted. The windows, I messed up. When I had measured them, it seemed like I needed 1.5 inch wide walls. So that's what I did. I did 1 inch of insulation and then another 1/2 inch of insulation. But that was kind of stupid of me because I forgot about another 1/4 inch of wood and then another, I don't know, 1/8 inch of the metal stuff and another 1/8 inch of adhesives and yada yada yada. So really it ended up being like a 2 inch wall with 1.5 inch windows. So I kind of just forced these in here. We're gonna see how that goes. But these, yeah, I had to kind of forcefully screw these in, and there's no screws around the corners. I thought about pre-drilling into the corners, but that feels like it might be a weak spot, but this isn't connected to the glass. The way these work, the glass panel isn't connected to this window frame at all. So I'm thinking I could drill into that window frame and it wouldn't, until I could tuck these corners in. I don't know, I might do that once I have trim. It might ruin the trim. I'm not sure what I'll do about that yet. Here's a close-up of like the camera cable situation. I don't know how people secure cables, so I just used cheap duct tape I got at Ollie's. Yeah, I'm using the 4-pin aviation cables for my video. And as you can see, I've got one that's gonna go across to there, and then one that groups up with the others, which will connect to the screen in my truck. I'm trying to think of what else I've gotten done. Just going depressingly slow. Not happy with how much progress I've gotten. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting stuff done. Hopefully the ceiling is finished by the end of the day tomorrow. I was going to use lawn for this, but apparently lawn doesn't exist, or at least no lumber suppliers or Home Depots or Lowe's or nobody sells it. So I just used it's like sand ply, because I figured it was light enough. I still haven't fixed those screws. I still haven't put grommets in. I'm still using the temporary grommet of just butyl tape in there. So I keep forgetting to buy grommets for those. One thing I kind of wish I didn't do this. I wish instead of having one post going down the middle for the ceiling that I split this up into 2, so that way the lighting could be centered without having to drill into this. I'm thinking that if I drill for the lights after I've glued and brad nailed my beadboard ceiling to these, I think it'll be strong enough to where I can like cut a hole right here and this won't sag. because like this piece, once I cut the hole right here for a light, all of this will only be secured by right here. And yeah, it's glued up there too, but it'll only be secured by right here. So we'll see about that. What else? Yeah, you can see, that tape that I used from a vapor barrier. You can see it inside of there too. Again, cracks like this are gonna get covered up by trim. Underneath, also did a little work underneath. As you can see, I covered up the subfloor with a second layer of insulation. Right now I was just under there trying to figure out how I'm gonna fit the tank, because it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but I think I can get it to fit. But yeah, I got that second layer of insulation in. And it's held up with little drywall things, little like zinc drywall things, because I tried to get plastic ones, but the plastic ones were like genuinely 10 times the price. So I just got the metal ones that were meant for drywall. I got a little spray foam on there. I tried spray foaming up in the cracks. It did not work well. Like, I just ended up with bits and blobs kind of sagging. And it's really inconsistent. But it's underneath. Nobody is ever gonna see it. It's not hurting anybody. And all it is just a waste of $7. Dirt. Let's see, anything else that I've done? Wow, is that really all that I've gotten done since the last video? No. Well, I might as well show you the ceiling. I just finished sanding, painting, and cutting those. Make sure you sand first, then cut, then paint. I did it backwards. I painted, then sanded, then cut. And I'll go over again with another layer of paint just to like get the jigsaw marks out of there and stuff, and the Sharpie. But yeah, I used beadboard, and I feel like that'll look pretty good. That's my ceiling. Here's the view from a distance. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll have a lot more done, because this is a lot less than I thought I'd have done by August. Like, I thought I'd have that back wall done, but I guess I'll make another video when I feel like I've made some more progress. I'll see you later.